Hey guys, it's Will. Hopefully, you're having a great day today. Space tech has been one of the top markets that every company has been talking about investing more into because infrastructures like Starlink or the 5G internet from space has started to take certain tech companies by storm. So you see a lot of companies looking at space tech, and even companies like Planet Labs, based out of San Francisco. You got some companies that are becoming tech companies in the space world. So let's take a look today at RedWire. We're going to look at RDW is the stock. What we've been watching with RedWire recently is that they have recovered from about $4 or $5 back up to about $7.30, holding that level today. And we're going to talk about a few things. Number one, when it comes to the financials on this company, they look fairly well positioned for growth. Redwire currently has secured some large contracts, but when you look at the financials of their company, they've grown in revenue by about 50% year over year, making as much as $100 million in one quarter, and on track to do well over 250 million this year, which is an increase. They're starting to increase their revenue. You can see 24% year over year, and their revenue is increasing. Now, as the company has had a good last quarter with 100 million, they've also increased their total assets to 1.4 billion. So, what does that mean? Well, if they got 1.45 billion dollars in assets, so over $1 billion in equity, and they're making, on track to do over $250 million this year, then that's pretty good financial balance sheet, positive, lots of assets, not at risk right now of anything because they have many more assets. And the market cap is still only at 1.2 billion. So again, 1.4 billion in assets, doing $250 million a year, and their market cap's only about 1.2 billion. So this company actually is on track for more growth, and they've expanded pretty rapidly, as you could see in the news side of things. So that's kind of the financial picture. Few things to note about the financial picture is that their profit margin's still negative, but that they've had some close calls to almost going positive, and that's kind of expected in the space tech industry, that they spend a little bit more than they are making in revenue. But still, they got plenty of runway with that keeping up. But again, as we get into the actual company, you can see they're in defense tech. They've even pivoted a little bit away from only the space tech, but they've also developed, you can see, powering solutions for the moon and Mars in this factory. They've recently started up a new manufacturing place in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and they've also acquired some companies related to defense that are not in the space tech world, but are in like the drone world. In this case, technology portfolio bridge the gap between airborne space-based systems and enable software-defined, AI-enabled autonomous operations across multiple domains. So in this case, defense tech for U.S. governments related to autonomous aircrafts, and they bought a company called Edge Autonomy, I believe it was, and they are continuing to develop probes, develop space tech for building the infrastructure for space, and also for research, as they have some contracts. Now, they got some contracts with Air Force Research Laboratory, Department of Defense, along with some others. And when I was at a space conference actually recently this year, where they signed a deal to partner with iSpace in this NASA CLPS program, is a $2.6 billion deal. And I was actually there at the conference. And when they signed this $2.6 billion deal, they're one of 14 prime contractors. So some big deals there that they're anticipating more revenues from again. And when I was at that conference, I got to talk with their partners like Air Force Research Laboratory. They seem to have a lot of good things to say about RedWire. RedWire had this one piece of technology that, rather than LiDAR, which is what a lot of space companies initially started with, LiDAR became very unreliable because you shoot out the LiDAR right and it comes back. That's how the whole sensor system kind of works. But in space, everything's moving. You got the Earth rotating, different things rotating at different velocities, and LiDAR is more unpredictable and the data becomes very scattered. And so RedWire, when I was talking to, not RedWire, but their partner Air Force Research Laboratory that was working with RedWire, they said one of the things that was really innovative was the extremely high quality camera that can see everything and have AI analysis versus the LiDAR. And I thought, oh, that makes sense. It's actually kind of like Elon's theory that Teslas will succeed with cameras better than with LiDAR. For cameras can, everything's moving all around you. Maybe it can work good, but if the sensor is not working, things like that, the reliability of the cameras can be better. So anyway, financials look good. The news look good. So you see them start to improve. And then the recent reversal, we saw these 3 stages to reversal. Again, we had a very consistent downtrend where they were downtrending over the last few months. You saw them sell down from October into November and into December here, and then consolidated, through December. And then now mid-December, they've really rallied. To start December, they made that, again, first was initial downtrend from about $15 down to about $4. Big sell down. It was consistent. It was fairly slow, but man, it was quite a sell down. Then we saw them consolidate, go from left to right here for about half a month, 2 weeks. And that was the second stage. And then the third stage was that breakout where they really started to break out, continue their uptrend. It's possible that they sell down further to that $7 price point. That's what we would want to watch as a key level of support. But they're, for now, in a consistent uptrend, targeting that $7.50 range to $8.50 range in the near term. So, of course, we'd like to see some more bullish uptrends, even see them in that $15 range once again. But just in the near term, you got that 15% potential margin for profit with a support level around about $7.30. Again, selling off, there is risk. MACD, RSI sold down here, but the recovery or the risk to reward seems fairly good. You got risk here right around a support level where you can kind of monitor that and manage risk accordingly. And then the longer term time frame is 15% or more, which is fairly bullish, but also the risk to reward, you're looking at, maybe a managing risk around 1 to 2% in a shorter term play, up to about 20% or 15% gain. We're also holding them long term, and we have plan to hold them for quite some time, but also trade them short term. If you ever want to see us trade some of the shorter term plays, as we've had quite a lot of success with the space tech industry, if you want to tune on in live at Market Open, it's the second link in the description for Stockmates. Would love to see you there, 6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right when the market opens. We're there Monday through Friday. If I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Do consider subscribing. And of course, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.